One of the witnesses in the Aaron Smith Christchurch toilet tryst debacle has come out in the last 24 hours showing signs of remorse for having basically dobbed in Aaron Smith to the media. It would appear that the witness is looking for some protection now because things might have gone not quite the way they were expecting. So, just to recap, Lisa, not entirely on what's gone on, we don't get into the sordid details, but there was people in a bathroom where Aaron Smith was committing an adult act with a female friend.
Yes.
Who recorded the event.
Which is very pervy, if you don't mind me saying.
You can say that. And then released that information to the media. The media picked up on it, and we know the fallout from there. So today what has come out, and we don't know the name of the person either, which is always a bit shady. If you want to point something out, then point it out in public. But this is what they've come out saying today. It's Q15. The witness has said this, quote, "We thought that was very unprofessional of her," because, I should also reiterate, they really wanted to dob in the attendee, the flight attendee to start off with. "We thought that was very unprofessional of her. We didn't end up saying anything to the airline, though. We have had a lot of abuse since the story broke. It was actually my wife who wished to go to the media, and has therefore caused a lot of strain in our relationship this past week. I would like to formally apologise to Aaron Smith and the rugby union for reporting the story." So yeah, sorry, I left off a bit at the start. They were saying originally they basically were thinking that she was on her. She was at work. Yeah. But then again, so was he, because it was after a game and he was in his All Black uniform.
I'll tell you what though, I mean, Pat, this has really put me off becoming an All Black because you just don't have any privacy and people feel they can follow you into a loo and film you no matter what you're doing.
Well, I'll tell you something. I wonder if this witness has come out, and the reason why I said witness protection is I'm wondering if he and her are a bit concerned now where this could go.
Do you think they get sued?
Well, there was allegations made on the Spin-Off, which is a website, news source website, last week, that actually potentially Aaron Smith had his privacy breached. Now, we won't go into the full extent of it. We'll give you a bit of a quote shortly. But basically, long story short, is that when you shut the door in a cubicle, you are looking for privacy. When you are in the airport filming, you need permission from the airport to film because it's not publicly owned. It's partly privately owned, partly publicly owned. So it's not like being out on the street. But even if that is the case, even if it was a public space, let's go to Q17 and have a look at what the Spin-Off reported, right? They say this: even if it were correct to say that the airport is a public space, and good luck getting a judge on board with that, that doesn't mean that Smith's sexual activity automatically loses its private status. The law still protects a degree of privacy in public. For context, the UK courts found out that photos of Naomi Campbell on the street outside a drug treatment centre were disclosed of a private fact. So in other words, the private fact, exactly, even though it was in a public place. And the New Zealand courts have protected it as private a conversation between an alleged intoxicated driver and her husband following a car crash on a public highway in New Zealand. So in other words, what they're saying is, even if it was public, you're not necessarily in a public space. What they went on to basically say and basically report was, in a public space, for it to be of public interest, they always say that, it's in the public's best interest. It covers issues like public health, public safety, and conduct of the government. So therefore, his sexual exploits are probably not a matter of national importance. Now, this is not This is not a comment about whether we or I or anyone thinks there's a moral issue here or justifying what he's done, but what I'm saying is I wonder if this person has come up with an apology because maybe they're trying to protect themselves from Aaron Smith taking them to court, along with the Stuff website, which is what has released it and what is mentioned in the Spin-Off article. Ironically, as we come to here today, I noticed that Stuff has put up an article that says, a lawyer told us he doesn't have the right to privacy, so he doesn't have the right to privacy. So he could also leave it alone because he's embarrassed, but if he chooses to push it and test the waters, this witness could be up for breaching of his privacy, and
I think it was a bad judgment call to film that and then go to the media with it, and you have to wonder what sort of tutty voyeurs these people are, and I don't like them for that reason.